Rolly Romero was savagely knocked out. It was unbelievable. Shout out to Jhon Ingram. Shout out to Charlotte, North Carolina. You already know what it is. Also, I know a lot of things that's popping off with Jhon Ingram, the guy who knocked out Rolly Romero in sparring. I've been documenting this guy, and I'm gonna tell you numerous reasons why. This man is definitely next up from the money team. Floyd Mayweather really put his hand on his shoulder, But speaking of Rolly Romero for 1 second, there's a lot of things to talk about. Rolly clearly has not shaken off, that situation, when he got violated by, Gervonta Tank Davis, and it's sad because you clearly see the remnants of that. And usually, like I said, it's crazy. You could take a loss in basketball, you could take a loss, in football, whatever. But when it's nothing like, taking a loss, in boxing, and you see it clear as day. You see a situation going on with Teofimo Lopez. There's a lot of people who don't know, if they still have it, and that's what's going on right now with Rolly Romero. You clearly see it. Will he ever, get back to where he's supposed to be as a fighter? We all know, the guy had potential, had some, people claimed he had true knockout power, but clearly something is up, and he's not regained his form, from that left hook. Rolly Romero, 14, and 1, no draws, definitely took that last loss. And is he ready to get back in the ring? We're going to get into that. Make sure you subscribe to Flight Sports. We're going to definitely document what's going on next for Rolly Romero, but I want to discuss this, this knockout, in sparring. And another thing I want to say, a lot of we could mix and screw whatever we want to say. Sparring don't mean nothing. It ain't this. It ain't no real fight. That's what they say when things don't go certain people's way, But you're not going to tell me in these sparring sessions when you got all of these people there pulling up. I'm not 100% sure if Floyd was there, but you have I'm pretty sure, of course, Floyd know what happened. But a lot of people, all eyes, everybody's coming in, flying in, a lot. And this is going on all throughout boxing in these sparring sessions. There's all hands on deck, to see these guys get in the ring. And you're not going to tell me they wasn't fighting for real. Rolly was trying to knock out Jhon Ingram, and Jhon Ingram clearly did the same. Jhon Ingram put paws on him. Shout out to him as well. This guy, obviously, with the money team, but he's also, is co-branded with Davies Entertainment. Davies Entertainment is doing a lot of things. He fights a lot of fights at the Davies Event Center. Is out there in San Antonio, Texas. If you're not familiar, Floyd Kid Austin Schofield also co-branded with Davies Entertainment. So I was able to watch, pretty much as soon as he was, got into pretty much fighting, you understand, for Davies Entertainment. We know his first, professional fight, for them, and then also his second. I mean, it's just like I said, he was the talk of the town when he came in. It was just everybody was talking about Jhon Ingram, and clearly in his young professional career, this guy is clearly making a name for himself, and the sky's the limit for this kid, in terms of the championships that he's gonna eventually get, because he's under the right leadership in terms of Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Money Mayweather don't put his hands on, these guys for no reason, and this kid right here from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, he's 3-0, no losses, you understand, no draws, you understand, pay heavy homage. And in his 3 professional fights, he has 3 violent wins by the way of knockout. This guy's 22 years old. This is the guy who knocked out Rolly Romero. The kid is 22 years old. This is what we discuss in terms of Rolly Rolando Romero. Is he ever going to get his swagger back? Because you clearly see, is he ready to step foot and endure one of those shots? Rolly is 27, and you got this young kid violating you like this, in sparring. You know, so he has to shake it off, you know, to get back, or it's going to be some long days for Rolly Romero in terms of what he's going to be doing professionally. Like, it's not going to be easy. You know, it's going to be a fight to the bitter end, you know, in terms of trying to, you know, get situated, you know, and the sky's the limit, you know, for this kid, Jhon Ingram. And Rolly Romero, man, he just got to get back to the drawing board and keep sharpening up those tools so he could get right, you know, and continue. Because it's crazy how you went from knocking out Devin Haney, you know, and not even knocking out Devin Haney, pardon me. Excuse me on that. I spoke too soon. Allegedly giving Devin Haney the business, hitting him with some big blows, making Devin Haney grab him. That's what I heard, you know. But I heard Devin Haney, you know, switch things up and then gave him that work and boxed him. And then you hear Rolly Romero claims that Devin Haney was running, you know, and things of that nature. But clearly, you know, this guy Devin Haney is just a much more superior boxer to Rolly Romero. Rolly Romero, you know, known as an awkward fighter. Everybody knows he's a dangerous fighter, you know, because he can throw an awkward shot and he got power. You know, that's one thing you can't take away from Rolly Romero is his power. But it's all about, can he put everything together, you know, for one night, a solid boxing, you know, and get things, you know, orchestrated and get his career back. You know, because who knows how long, you know, he's going to be rocking, you know, and, you know, this is happening to him. I'm pretty sure, you know, Floyd, the money team, they want guys that's winning, you know, and guys that's out there really doing something. That's no knock to, you know, to Rolly, because I think he's going to get it back on track, but it's taking a little awfully too long. You know, I don't know who needs to speak with him. You know, maybe he needs to get in contact with some people. Maybe he needs to switch up his, you know, situation to get right, you know, because something clearly is off, you know, with his swagger, you know, with his decision making, his ring IQ. You know, it's not where it was. You know, it's not where it was, where he had the swagger, where he was in there with Ryan Garcia, where he was in there with all these guys begging and pretty much pleading for Gervonta Tank Davis. You know, something is off here. But I think we're going to get things situated for Rolly. Hopefully, you know, I know he's got a lot more boxing, you know, left in him. You know, this is what he's been doing since he was young. You know, and I firmly believe he's going to get everything orchestrated. And y'all let me know, is it over for Rolly Romero? You know, that's a valid question I want to ask. Are y'all done? Is the ship sailed? You know, I don't know. You know, but this doesn't sound good. You know, there's only so many things that, you know, people are going to, you know, hold faith for, you know, and then nobody's going to have faith when things like this is occurring. It's Flight Sports TV. Hit that like button and most definitely hit that subscribe button. We're bringing a whole lot of boxing content. Peace and love.